All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying Barak to Yahawah, Barak to Yahawashi, Barak to Yahawah, Barak to Yahawashi, Barak to Yahawah, Barak to Yahawashi, Ka Alam La Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Kwakudash, and also double honor to the apostles and the elders great millstone. And Shalom to all you brothers out there pushing truth in the name of Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Kwakudash. All right. So this right here is going to be a quick lesson, and this lesson right here is going into how like when first should I say this beast system when it started coming in slowly worldwide, all right, over in Australia, it started with the put the thing on your face and keep 1.5 social distances and all that, and the apostles gave out the videos, brothers did videos, and we did videos telling people that to, hey, look, man, comply with this right here, because this is it doesn't go against the laws of Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi. So if they ask you to put your mask on, hey, do it. If they ask you to keep 1.5, hey, do it. If they ask you to check in at the store and they're really onto you like that and give you hard time, hey, do it. Making things easier for you, all right. But you got hot-headed jacks out there, the ones who think nothing applies to them. All right, they have been awakened to know that Hebrew Israelites, so the laws of this of Esau doesn't apply to them. They can do whatever they want to do. But hey, no, knowing this isn't our kingdom. This is the kingdom of Esau. This is his rulership. So the laws that he got out there that you have to keep, you gotta follow it, man. If these devils says don't speed, you don't speed. Okay, do what you gotta do. It says don't drink and drive. Do that. Don't fucking drink and drive. Hey, some of us brothers, we had to learn the hard way, man. Okay, you go to court and for doing that. You know what I mean? You do that. You don't go out stealing. Being ridiculous. Being out there like that. You know what I mean? So you follow the laws that these devils telling you to do. If it doesn't go against Yahawah Bashim Yahsha's laws, man. Okay, you do that. All right. So as I was reading this right here, man, it says here, social credit is that you, Australia confiscating bank accounts, property, licenses, and businesses for non-compliance with, CVD fines. So against these people, they didn't comply, man. Okay, they just told these things didn't apply to them. Okay, so as you brothers know, man, in Melbourne was tough. Okay, Melbourne was really fucking tough, man. The state of Victoria, man, things were tough. So you hear police walking around asking you, are you supposed to be in this area? If you was in that area, they give you a fine, and the fines was fucking huge, man. Okay, you didn't, people, hey, 5,000 to pay right on the spot, that's a lot of money. 2,000, 1,000, that's a lot of money, man. So they'll handing out fines, man. But hey, and that right there was something that you could have agree with them and just keep yourself at home. So the lesson is, hopefully you jacks out there, you have learned from here, man. Okay, because hey, more draconian measurements is gonna come out. And you jacks out there, man, just because you're Hebrew Israelite, hey, you gotta follow the ways of this devil, man. When I said the ways, you gotta follow his laws, man. Okay, if he says to stay in your area because this area is locked down, your area's been being put down as a red zone, so you can't be in there, you can't move. Hey, go with it, all right? Because once you get out of it, it's gonna give you a fine, and now they're showing you that, okay, if you can't pay those fines, all right, they're going to take this away from you, okay? And that's something you could have avoided, man, all right? But now, when this devil comes out, say you got to take the yard, don't take the fucking yard, man. Fuck, hey, to hell with the fucking yard, man. That thing, hey, that's going against Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi. And guess what? When you say no to it, the Most High is going to cover you. The Most High is going to protect you. The Most High is just, just seeing, how strong is your faith? Do you believe in him? Do you believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi? Are you gonna say no when this devil is saying, oh man, look, man, if you're gonna lose your job, you're not gonna get no paycheck, hey, that's the time we're coming into right now. It's the time to really, trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, man. Okay, with the Yahweh, okay? You gotta trust Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi that is gonna take care of you if you say no to this devil, okay? But with these little things that you can do without affecting you and without going against the laws of Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, do it. Okay, so that's why I'm gonna read the scripture right here. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 25. Agree with thine agree with thine adversary quickly, all right, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. So, so these people right here who didn't agree, with these laws right here that Esau came in with, the 1.5, put a mask on. So I guess some of these were restaurants that didn't do it, and even regular people that was working the streets when they weren't supposed to be doing, and you go ahead and do it. Guess what? This, you're falling under this right now. Now that this devil here is taking you to what? To the judge, and the judge is gonna deliver you to the officer, and now you're being cast into prison, or your shit's being taken away. Eventually, man, if they ain't got nothing to take away from you, what is it gonna be? It's gonna be a prison. So this right here is a something you look at it and you learn from now, man. Okay, you learn from these things, and we did videos about it. All right, you saw us brothers in Yahawah Bible with mask hanging by a chain. If somebody comes in, you put a mask on. All right, just to make sure you don't get handed this big fine that you can afford, man. When you can avoid it. All right. Because remember, this is not your rest, man. Okay, this is not your fucking rest. And then if you think that nothing applies to you, this devil's it's gonna have to deal with you, man. It's gonna have to deal with you, like legit. This is something you look at it and learn from that, man. All right. So these people here, hey, man, they are learning the hard way, man. They are learning the hard way. Let's go to the book of Romans chapter 13 real quick. This is the book of Romans chapter 13 and verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the high powers, for there's no power but of the Most High. So Esau being power right now. Okay, this power, it's like this rulership of Esau, and the power he got right now, it came from Yahawah. Okay, the powers that be ordained from the Most High. All right. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of the Most High. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. So these people here, they throw that 1.5, their mask didn't apply to them, and guess what? Now they've been, they're receiving damnation, to themselves right now. Okay, and now you got church people using the Revelation 13, it's like Romans chapter 13, telling people to take the juice. No, the juice is different, man. That's different. That's different from these regular laws, paying taxes, paying, this. You gotta do that, man. You have to. Okay. Verse 3. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to evil, right? But to the evil. All right. Without there not be afraid of the powers, and do that which is good, and that shall have praise of the same. Right. So all you gotta do is say, hey, Esau comes here, tells you, look, man, you ain't keeping 1.5, so do that. Hey, look, man, you ain't got your mask on. Put your mask on. Do it. Okay, look, man, this area is being on lockdown, and you ain't supposed to be leaving this area. Unless you have a letter from your workplace saying you can go to work. Okay, your workplace is essential. You show that letter, and go ahead. But if you ain't got none of it, stay at home. Sit your ass at home. All right. Because I remember, man, in the middle of those lockdowns, really over here, man, in my state, it was light. People were still moving around, but nobody was receiving fines unless you went to to protesting and all that, right? People that went protesting, they received big fines, man. They received big fines, and I kept telling my woman, look, I don't want to be out there doing what everybody else is doing. Okay. I don't want to be the one getting fined, okay, because I'm following the multitude to do, what is out there for me to do? And I kept telling her that she, knowing this woman, they just follow whatever is trending or follow whatever there is out there. So I kept telling her, look, man, I don't want to be out there. Okay, they're saying don't be out if you get caught in this area. Guess what? You can get a fine. So I ain't got that type of money to be paying for fines, But this woman, they're gonna tell you, nah, but everybody's doing okay, cool. That's everybody. We know everybody. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now everybody's taking the job. Do we go ahead and take the job? No, we don't. You see what I mean? So I was like, nah, I ain't doing that shit. I'd rather stay my ass home and just keep it to myself, man. Cause hey, the most I can just get your ass, get me, have me be the one receiving his fine because I'm being hot-headed. You feel me? So this book, Exodus chapter 23, verse 2 says here, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither thou shalt speak in cause to decline after many to wrestle judgment, man, So, hey, you see other people doing things they ain't supposed to be doing, you don't go ahead and jump in and do it. You see people protesting when they're saying don't, if you get caught over here protesting, you're going to be given a fines or be, get taken to a watch house. You don't go ahead and do it because there's many of you doing it. You don't go ahead and join that number, man, because you never know. The most I can get you is caught up into it because you already know. You already know that you ain't supposed to be doing it. You know good already, man. You see? So this message is really to you brothers out there and sisters out there, man. You don't have to be in Australia. You could be in different country, but when you see things ISIS bringing out, follow it, man. Okay, it doesn't matter how light it is. All right. It could be okay. They're not checking if you out when if you left the area. Guess what? It could be one of those days, man, that the Most High punish you for being what? Rebellious, okay? For going against the powers there is and the laws that, their laws and all that, man, okay? But this Yab thing, this is different from this, what I'm talking about, man, okay? The job, no, that's it, the answer to that is no, because that's going against the ways of Yahawashi, man. All right. So going back to Romans 3, going to the book of Romans chapter 13, verse 3. For rulers are no terror to do good works, but to the evil, you see. Without then be afraid of the power. You should, man. Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is a minister of the Most High to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, man. For he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of the Most High and the revenger to execute wrath upon him that doth evil, man. Right. So, you don't want to find yourself under this category, man. All right. Because once you fall under that category, this Esau ain't going to waste his time, man. He don't bear the sword in vain. He's going to throw you around, throw you here and there. Next minute, you're going to be what? You're gonna be asking yourself, what the fuck was I doing this, man? And the scripture even tells me not to be doing, to be doing such thing. You see? Now these people here, they're wondering, man, what the fuck, man? What the fuck was I doing this for? You see what I mean? So, they're falling under that category, man. All right, this is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 13. Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man of the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king or as supreme. All right. In verse 14, or unto governors as unto them that are sent by him for punishment of evildoers. So Esau is being sent as a punishment for evildoers. All right. You've been protesting, doing, over there protesting. What are you protesting for, man? Nothing. No complying to this, the mask and then the 1.5, that. Like, why you not, do it? It ain't gonna kill you, really. All right. You in public, especially if you're in public, hey, have it on, cause you're being watched. They can just pick and choose who they want to really give that fines to. All right. This is unto governors as unto them that are sent by him for punishment of evildoers. Okay. And for the praise of them that do well. Okay, for this is the will of the Most High, okay, that with well doing you might be put to silence the ignorance of foolish men. Right? So if you're doing good, man, if you're following whatever this devil is telling you to do, like, put a mask on, keep 1.5 and stay at home, all right, if your area is in lockdown, do that. Because you're going to be all right. You're not going to fucking die, man. Okay? So verse 1 Peter chapter 12, I mean 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 15 in NLT says here, it is good, it is the Most High's will that you honor your honorable lives should silence those ignorant people who make foolish accusation against you. Because when it comes to it, man, if you find yourself under this right here, you're following everything and they're trying to come against you, guess what? They ain't gonna have nothing to speak against you. Nothing. And then from there, they're gonna be making themselves look stupid, man. Okay. Let me see. Let me get the last one. This is the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 16. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Right. So you gotta redeem redeem the time and be circumspect, right? All right. Watch out, man. Okay, because the devil is really coming out. Is really out here. What doing? What, man? Showing them horns, man. Throwing people in prison, giving people fines, taking people properties away. Okay, for not following these little things, man. You know, Ephesians 5 and 15. See that you work circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. So we've been given knowledge on how to carry ourselves within these times we're living in, man. We ain't gonna be walking out the streets being stupid. Okay, following the multitude to do evil. We ain't gonna be doing that. We're gonna carry ourselves different from these other people, man. You have to if you call yourself a Hebrew Israelite. If you say you follow the words of Yahawashi, Yahawashi, all right, you gotta stand out. Verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil. All right, the days we're living in right now are evil, man. These are evil times we're living in, man, you know. And Esau is not going to bear the sword in vain. Okay, he's going to be quick to punish you, man. Guess what? And that's the most I punishing you for not listening. Okay, here's the book of Colossians chapter 4, verse 5. Walk in wisdom toward them that are with. It's like a walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time. So these people without, who don't get this knowledge, really, they should be looking at us and then just asking themselves, how come, why do we carry ourselves like this? Why do we do such thing? Why are we always careful? You know what I mean? Because, hey, people that know you, that you need truth, the walk you walking, they will look at you and probably like, so this dude is the same person who's not gonna take the job, but he got the mask on, he's keeping 1.5 social, he's checking in the store, but he's not gonna take the job, he's gonna suffer from that. Why is he doing all that? It's because what? We working with wisdom, man. Okay? When the time of our trial comes, then these people are gonna see you. They're gonna be shook, man. That really we're gonna be ready to face death and all that, man. We're gonna be ready to face all these other things Esau got coming for the ones who don't comply to the big things, to the Yab and MOTB. All right. So so that's when I seen this, brothers shared around on YouTube, bro. Some brothers did videos on this. So when I seen this, I was like, man, this is do a lesson to hopefully nobody fell under this category right here of your shit being taken away because you didn't comply to this this little shit that they had you following. You know what I mean? Because it's easy, man. It's to follow the 1.5 or 6 feet or the mask or stay at home if your area is locked down. It's easy to do that, man. Instead of putting yourself in a tough situation, follow it. All right. So there you have it, man. So Lord willing, this lesson was edify to you brothers out there and sisters out there. Just be careful out there, man, and just like if Esau is telling you to do something that doesn't go against the laws of Yahawashi, hey, just do it, man. All right. So hey, Shalom.